What is going on, collectors? Optical 20 back for another video. Man, Hot Toys and Star Wars is keeping me busy. Clone Commander Cody 2.0. This is a Hot Toys exclusive version, so I'm assuming this would be, you know, one of those things where it's like raffled or whatever. I don't know. Commander Cody at one point was sought after. It was expensive. It kind of calmed down now. There's a bunch of Codys out there, but this is I don't know if you can call it, maybe you can call it a 2.0. They didn't call it that way, but one significant addition to this is the second helmet, and I think that was pretty cool. Now, they did not improve the head sculpt, and what I mean by that is they didn't give him rolling eyeball system, which is kind of sneaky because it feels like every figure now does have one outside of Cody, which is, you know, come on, man. But nonetheless, I always thought that the head sculpt was pretty strong when it comes to Commander Cody. The base, as usual, is the sand base. No complaints on that. One of the better figures from Star Wars, honestly, that I've ever had. I always liked Commander Cody because I had the first version, sold it. Why? Because the shoulder got broken. And I sold it for, you know, pretty cheap. The person who bought it knew about the shoulder. Is like, I'll work on it. What happens was mine was a little weak, so I was just posing it, you know, this regular pose, and then I heard a snap, and I knew I broke it. Could I change the body? Perhaps, but you won't notice it because the shoulder is still being held by the suit inside. It still would hold the pose, quite honestly, but it's not as long as I know it in the back of my head, I just wasn't comfortable with it anymore. So I sold it maybe 2-3 years ago, you know, listed it as damaged. Somebody bought it for pretty cheap. Hoping that maybe he fixed it, maybe he just kept it as it is. I don't know. But this is a second chance for me. I hope they change the way it moves. Because mine just broke instantly. I don't know why. I don't post these guys a lot. I don't know if I'm the only one who had issues with that. I don't think it's a widespread issue, but maybe I'll take a shot at this. But it's exclusive. I don't really want to tackle anyone on the line. I'm not that big of a fan, so we'll see. But like I said, this is one of the better clones that I've had in the collection. Now, even better with the 2 interchangeable helmets. So that's a big benefit right there. You can change the look. Kind of sucks that Temuera's head sculpt doesn't have that rolling eyeball system. Do we even have one yet with him? I don't think so. I think the most recent release for his head sculpt still doesn't have that rolling eyeball system. So I'm sure the paint has been slightly improved. Not that the first one was bad at all, but you know, they'll do that. Hey, he's next to that, what do you call that? The trooper that they just announced today as well. That's pretty cool. That trooper looks mean. As a matter of fact, I'll make a video of that separately because they just bombarded me last night with this announcement, and it's pretty cool. I don't know the running price for this now, Commander Cody, but whatever it is, just having the experience that I had, because I'm pretty sure the existing Codys would come down in price because of this announcement. But then again, this is exclusive, so not everyone would have an equal opportunity or chance to have him, even if you wanted to. It all depends on how the market reacts to this. If it's still available, then, you know, probably you can pick it up easily. But we'll see. At the time of this video, I don't know, you know, if this is like artisan or whatever the case may be. But it looks good. It does look good. He can move freely outside of some points because the one on his shoulders, the pads, it has like, I don't know, like rubber, I don't know, elastic rubber band on them. So it moves while you move the arm. The suit underlaying the plastic armors are fabric. So as far as, you know, arm movements, you shouldn't have any issues unless you break it. You know, at that time, I felt pretty confident to it. And again, it's not like I play around with these figures like a child. Normally when I post them once, put it back on the museum post, and I'm very gentle with them because I know how expensive they are. So yeah, it still broke. There's a lot of points here where he has scuff all over. So if he tips over and you scuff it, it won't be a big deal. You won't even notice it. But the antennas you gotta watch for. Sometimes when they tip over, that's the first one that breaks. So keep an eye on that. But overall, this figure looks good. I wouldn't mind adding this back to the collection, although the likeliness would be very slim since this is an exclusive version. But let me know in the comments, how do you feel about this 2.0? Do you think it should have been more? Do you think it should have been exclusive? Like, this is just a regular release, so a lot of people can enjoy this more? Or do you think this is just perfect the way it is, But let me know in the comments. I would love to hear your thoughts. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. Like this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.